Yo, y'all remember Max B and Jim Jones going at it?
Talk about your mother, nigga. Nigga, you's an ugly nigga, your mother
Nasty
ugly.
bitch, Chrissy, Jim Jones' wife. Chrissy. I got money now, I got power, and I'm ready to ride. This is Max B, a.k.a. Chrissy Love Max, a.k.a. Freaky Ziggy just snitch. AKA y'all niggas on Bird Gang ain't got no money.
So could that situation be reconciled with you and him? Could y'all ever sit down and just like, cause you know y'all made incredible music together. For the love of the music.
Spit all on it. Yo, she spit all on the head.
Let him know.
No. So make sure you like and subscribe. We all Black Rose members here. Today we discussed that legendary underground beef. I got something important I want to ask y'all, so be sure to watch the full video. Let's get into it. Now, for those of y'all who don't know who Max B is, that's the Silver Surfer, aka Max Biggaveli.
Come get with a real pimp, baby. Max Biggaveli, baby. Come put it in your mouth.
Whose real name is Charlie Rambo. He was the first dude to successfully popularize the whole singing and rapping style. The same style we see in Drake, Tory Lanez, A Boogie with the Hoodie, and plenty of others. He even popularized the slogan, ow. Dude was real swaggy, like most dudes from Harlem, New York. Well, anyway, he ended up linking up with Jim Jones, the Dipset capo. He signed with Jim Jones's Bird Gang, which included other artists like Stack Bundles, rest in peace, N.O.E., the fake Jay-Z dude, Mel Murder, who's currently behind bars serving time because he was involved with the whole Treyway 6ix9ine scandal. Back in the day, Jim Jones and Max B looked pretty tight. I mean, they had mad features together. They did a lot of music together. They did whole mixtapes. I'm referring to that M.O.B. Bird Gang mixtape. I mean, it wasn't a song on there that Max wasn't on the hook. Max B was really the hook man. They was always on the road together. Hell, they even dressed very similar. Things was looking pretty good for Max B and Bird Gang from the outside looking in, but on the inside looking out, not so much. Now, for example, Stack Bundles, rest in peace. He passed away in the projects he grew up in, like right in the apartment building lobby, if I'm not mistaken.
On June 11th, 2007, Dipset Bird Gang member, Stack Bundles, was killed in his hometown of Far Rockaway, Queens. He was 24 at the time of his death. Police said that the rapper was shot in the head and neck as he entered his apartment building, a part of the Redfern projects.
Now, for what it's worth, Stack Bundles was a grown man. I don't think it's much else another grown man could tell him to stop him from doing what he wanted to do. But Jim Jones should have took better care of his troops and made sure they never felt the need to even have to go back to the dirty, you feel me? Have to go back to the hood for whatever reason. I mean, nobody from Bird Gang really made it in any type of way, which says a lot about Jim Jones as a boss. I don't know how y'all feel about Jim Jones, but I don't feel like he's boss man. Like, I don't think he could do that. Now, Max B will also find himself still in the hood and allegedly committing robberies. One of the alleged robberies resulted in the murder, and Max will get locked up as a prime suspect. Now, during his time locked up, Jim Jones was starting to blow up crazy with his hit single Ballin', which Max B allegedly wrote. Now, Max B would claim that Jim Jones was making all this money while he was sitting in jail and didn't even offer the bail to dude out. I think he was on like $1 million or $2 million bail, and Jim Jones ain't pull up no money.
You talking about Max on that record.
Why would they do that?
Because you said at the end I shouldn't have bailed your bum ass out of jail. That's why.
Jim got all his music.
Okay.
I wrote 10 albums for that nigga. He got him in his drive already. I don't owe nothing. He got all his songs already. How you think he got so hot? Came out with all them tapes. I did that. I put them hooks.
What started it?
As soon as I stopped, what, Jim?
Yeah, what pissed you off that made you say, you know what, fuck this?
Just the way them niggas be moving. Them niggas ain't care about me. When I came home, them niggas ain't show me that they was trying to help me. At least let me just do my own thing and go over there. I'm not trying to, I won't even scream Dipset or nothing. I just rep the Bird and go over there, dog. Yeah. I won't even be in y'all niggas' way. Y'all niggas want to run through Harlem and have Harlem. Y'all can have Harlem. I go move upstate some motherfuckers.
That's how the turmoil kind of began, because Jim Jones wasn't holding them down. It's like, dang, I'm writing all these musics, I'm putting all these hooks together, I'm getting all these flows for you, and you can't even bail me out of a bad situation when I need you feel me? So I understand where the heat from Max was coming from. But as far as Jim Jones, things just kept getting super disrespectful between the two, Max B and Jim Jones. Today, they seem like they passed it, but not really past it. I mean, Max B is locked up.
Two egos was just coming together, two big personalities. You know, I wasn't there for that. I was just happy to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Just in the game. I'm never trying to come take nobody's shit. I'm in my own world, B. I'm existentialist, man. I like to do my own shit. You know, I come from a whole nother spot. So, you know, it was just egos clashing, a lack of respect, you know what I'm saying? And shit's lack of everything. That shit don't mix well, and next thing you know what I'm saying, we beefing. So as far as the content or whatever, it should have went a different way, you know what I'm saying? I think today, we would have handled the situation different. But, you know, I mean, we was young, we was all crazy, and now we here, we older, we got kids, and people looking at us, we gotta set the right example. We can't be looking crazy out here, so it is what it is. It's all love. I'm trying to get back on that plate.
Most important question I wanted to ask y'all is, when do y'all feel Max B is coming home? French Montana every year saying Max B coming home this summer, coming home next summer. When do y'all think Max B is coming home? Please let me know in the comments. I need some type of info. I need to know when the wave is coming back. Anyways, make sure you like and subscribe. It's Black Rose TV. Boy Z, $6. Shimada. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Z, $6 back with another one. Today we're gonna be discussing Killa Cam, aka Killa Cam,
What's poppin', Kermit?
aka Camron.
Who more realer? Weed in the four-wheeler. F Mike, till you see me, you never saw a thriller. Fist scale, four reelers. Dirty whore want me to go. Raw with ya, smart Pisces, fresh from the archdiocese. You got heart spicy. I
one time wear earrings, a one-time pair, one time for one time. Damn, look how one time stare. Space in Baltimore, place the order, replace the quarter. Y'all the fiends are chasing waterfalls.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Killa Cam, Camron. If you don't know who this man is, you probably been living under a rock, or you was born later on in life. This dude is one of the most influential rappers of his time. Dude had hella swag, flow, music hits, had people wearing pink and purple, big ass minks and shit like that. He's one of a kind, honestly. He's one of a kind. He was born in Harlem, New York back in '76. The school he went to was Manhattan Center for Science and Mathematics. I don't know if that was a good school or if it still is today, but it sounds like some Jimmy Neutron to me. At that same school is where he met his longtime friends and soon-to-be musical co-artist Mason Jim Jones. He was even nice and bald back in the high school days. Dude was a top 25 All-American basketball player. He said he once played alongside Stephon Marbury. Now, he got mad scholarships to colleges, but he couldn't accept them due to his bad grades in high school. You feel me? If your grades ain't right in high school, it's gonna be real hard for you to get into any good college. You might as well apply to the community joints. But he did eventually get into college, but soon dropped out. It seems like school was just never really for him. This would cause Camron to lose his passion for ball and school altogether and hit the streets of Harlem to sell drugs. Gotta make money somehow, right? Now, once Killa Cam got back to Harlem, he ran into Mace. Mace told Cam that if he started rapping, he would put him on. And Mace wasn't bluffing, because later Mace took Cam to go see the notorious B.I.G. himself. Killa rapped for B.I.G. for like 20 minutes straight, supposedly. I don't know, I wasn't there. Unfortunately, Cam didn't get signed by Big, because Big later on, he passed away tragically in the car shooting. I remember that. But Cam would get signed later to Lance Un due to Biggie's recommendation before he passed. Cam's debut album was called Confessions of Fire. That was released back in '98. The album sold like 107,000 copies the first week. Well, which was a win back in the day, I think, you know what I mean? Today, that same album has sold over 500,000 copies. Killa even got into movies with his iconic role as legendary Harlem drug dealer Alpo Martinez, aka Rico.
Back, man. We right the fuck back on, baby. We right the fuck back on once I get sunny. It's gonna be business.
Around the early 2000s, he will also form the iconic rap group The Diplomats, aka Dipset. Members included Joel Santana, Jim Jones, Hell Rel, J.R. Ryder, 40 cal to say the least, but Dipset, they expanded even more with like subsets like Bird Gang, Skull Gang, Purple City Bird Gang. Camron would later drop classic hits alongside Joel Santana with Hey Ma and Old Boy. Purple Haze album was one of his best, alright? And it's where we kind of see his rap flow kind of mold into his god tier type swag rap that we know him for today. Purple Haze sold like 123,000 copies the first week of release. The album was a certified classic, but it didn't get the promotion and the push that it needed, you know what I mean, to really get out there. Back in the day, the internet wasn't really what the internet is today, so you needed those labels to really push your stuff out there. Cam would eventually sign to Rockefeller, and I think this was due to his connection with Dame Dash, the dude who started Rockefeller with Jay-Z. Now, Cam would later get into beef with Jay-Z, which I'll speak on later in the video. In 2006, Camron would release another album called Killa Season, which sold 114,000 copies the first week. That same year, he released a movie called Killa Season, in which he wrote, directed, and starred in. Like, dude is popping. That movie is a hood classic. If you haven't seen it, it's up on YouTube somewhere. You'll find it. It eventually, when Cam got into the beef with the legendary rapper, we gotta give him his flowers too, Jay-Z, around that same year. One night, Cam was leaving a party in his blue Lambo, right? Some jackers called him at a red light and tried to take the car, you know what I'm saying? So fortunately, them jackers were unsuccessful, but they did hit my boy. They shot my boy, Killa Cam, 3 times. Guess what Cam did? Cam got shot 3 times. They didn't take his car, and he got himself to the emergency room. He drove himself to the ER that night. Yo, crazy. It's fucking Bionic Man or some shit. This incident would lead Killa Cam to believe Jay-Z has something to do with him getting shot, because he said the shooters threw up a Rockefeller sign before they shot him. I know rap beef still exists today, but the shit was different back in the day. Shit, the Game and 50 Cent still going at it to this day too. I covered that in another video, which you could check out in the link in the top right corner of the screen. Camron went head to head with bully rapper 50 Cent over the following phone call.
Hello?
Cam, what's up, baby?
50, what up, baby?
Hey,
You shut down Diplomat project?
I'm not talking about Diplomats. If you got, listen, let me tell you something. Look, if you got, now check this out. Look, initially, a huge portion of your success.
How much Lloyd Banks sold?
Well, Lloyd Banks is at 300,000.
And he's on the major, and Jim is at 300,000.
Right. And that's great for Jimmy, but Jimmy is not, listen, look, that's great for Jimmy. You're not going to be, you're going to cause a whole different situation. Watch this.
How much
let's not make it a different situation.
I don't really know who won this beef. I feel like they both did their thing. Killa Cam has since squashed the beef with said artist. 2019, he released an album called Turn of Purple Haze, which gave us the old Killa. Gave us Killer Fiends a nice hit of that old style Camron. Check this freestyle out. He spit on the block.
200 down, 5 hours, be in 6 different places. And what's up with all the questions, baby girl? Just be gracious. Say your grace and be thankful you're in the presence of greatness. I could get you a tummy tuck, fix your butt, maybe a facelift. Yeah. But you gonna respect the aura down to the turquoise on my Asics now. If I don't go personally, I send my cars to the cookout. Before the NBA did it, nigga, I was inside the bubble. GS 300, mid-90s during the struggle. Everybody dripping, well, look here, I made me a puddle. Fuck around and get your neck ajar. Cut just like a deck of cards. Bring the text and disrespect any nigga that's not respecting ours. Guns inside the dresser drawer, all my dog from the reservoir. How you questioning the flow that got me right next to the Escobars? Fuck is wrong with he?
Killa still got that shit, yo. Killa still got it. Let me know in the comments if y'all think Cam still got it, or if he's still as influential today as he was back in the day. You feel me? Cam always gonna be my favorite influential artist. I don't know about y'all. This has been a good one. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm out of here. Alright, so here we got Camron and the Diplomats, aka Dipset. Dipset is a hip-hop group established in 2003. The members consist of Camron, Joel Santana, Hell Rell, J.R. Ryder, and 40 Cal, to say the least. Also, Jim Jones too, can't forget the capo. The group was originally signed to Rockefeller Records, but they left the label in 2016 to start their own record company, Diplomat Records. First up, we got Joel Santana. Hey, you know the vibes when it comes to Joel's. The boy killed it with that joint with Chris Brown and all that. I feel like Joel's put Chris Brown on, kinda. Joel's was born LeBron James in Harlem, New York back in 81. He's best known for his appearances on Camron's 2001 singles, Old Boy and Hey Ma. He met Camron in 1998. He was introduced to Cam through his cousin Toby. After that meeting, he took on the name Joel Santana and became a member of Killa Cam's hip-hop collective, the Diplomats. Santana's first collaboration with the group was with the Trackmasters remix, What Means the World to You, followed by tracks Double Up and All the Chickens. On Camron's second studio album, SDE, released September 19th, 2000 through Epic Records. Next up, we got the man himself, Boss Man. Killa Cam.
No, nah, this is not a shot at the locks, cause them is my niggas. They solidified they spot now. Kiss, right? He told you about my crib in Miami, but he ain't mentioned Cali or my villa out in Maui or Vegas or Jersey or my timeshare in Bali or my ranch out in Idaho. I tell my neighbors.
Now this dude, man, is so influential. I don't even gotta say too much about Killa Cam. If you don't know his face, you know the name, you know the voice, you know the lyrics, you know the flow. Cam was born Ezekiel Giles. Camron Ezekiel Giles in Harlem, New York back in 76. Dude is a rapper, record executive, and actor, beginning his career in the mid-90s as Killa Cam. Killa Cam, aka Camron, was signed to Unentertainment. Killa Cam also, after Unentertainment, he got signed to Rockefeller. But Cam started beefing with Jay-Z and departed from Rockefeller to focus on his own record label, Diplomat Records. Next up, we got the Dipset Capo Status, Jim Jones.
I tell them niggas stop it, you can't compete in the gym. Hop out the cockpit, smelling like a champ. We made some extra points, we was selling that work damp. You could tell from the stamp we was getting them blocks, and I with my car southpaw like a nigga was boxing.
Jim Jones' real name is Joseph Jones II. He was born back in Harlem, New York back in 76. His first album was in 2004. He released the debut album On My Way to Church. Released his second album, which is my personal favorite, Harlem, Diary of a Summer, a year later in 2005. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite track from Dipset, from Jim Jones, if you even got one. How you feel about Jim Jones? Like, let me know in the comments, yo. Let me know. While you're at it, go ahead and like, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? Back to what the hell we was talking about. Back to the Dipset. Now, my favorite album from Jim Jones personally was Hustler's Poem back in 2006. Now, this man was dropping consecutive albums, 2004, then 2005, then 2006. Now, Hustler's Poem blew up, you know what I mean, with that hit single, We Fly, No Lie. You know the ball or whatever, you know what I mean? That was my joint. And then we got Pray for Rain, which was like my lowest. I don't really rank that. That was in 2009. But like I said, Jim Jones and Camron, they grew up together, so it wasn't no business tip that Jim Jones met Camron on. It wasn't no middleman. Them dudes literally grew up from childhood friends, and it was only natural that once Killa Cam, Camron got the Diplomat Records deal, of course, Jim Jones is gonna be on board. Next up, we got Mr. Writer's Block himself, J.R. Ryder.
I strap up and lay the chalk around them, right? And they ain't getting back up. You'll have to walk around them, right? I back up, then pack up. Whoever talk about them, Mercedes-Benz masked up. This ain't the Donda album, right? Doubt them. I break the glasses. Cannot contend.
J.R. Ryder was also born in Harlem, New York. J.R. Ryder's real name is Rusty Rito. Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm not playing. That's really his real name. But anyway, J.R. Ryder is like one of the most lyrical dudes in the Dipset squad, in the Diplomats. I mean, his Writer's Block series is crazy. If you don't know about that, go look it up. You know what I mean? That's his classic mixtape series. In my opinion, y'all can let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. But yeah, the way he met Cam is J.R. Ryder was a battle rapper. So he was battling a lot of people. You know, he was around T-Rex, Loaded Lux, J Mills. Like, he's from that era. You feel me? From back in the day. So he was creating a buzz going around battle rapping a bunch of people and whatever. And he got real tight with Joel Santana. And one one day Joel Santana pulled up to the block with Cam, and everybody was rapping, had a little scythe. And, you know, Cam heard JR, and he liked what he heard. Take a look at this clip. This is what he said about his meeting with Cam.
How routed Cam and put different people around Cam. So, you know, he had me around him, and I was rapping every day and coming through, battling people. Then Cam had pulled up one day with Jewels. They just finished doing the Diplomat Volume 1 cover with the Furs. So I spit for him. You know, a bunch of people was out there trying to rap for him, but he heard me. He was like, yo, listen, Jewel's not signed, nobody signed, but stick around and I got you. So after that, I was, you know what I mean?
Next up is Rugerell, Hell
You want some lame shit? I walk in $1 million meetings with a white tee on.
Like who?
On my Dame shit. I'm trying to elevate. You niggas on some lame shit. You'll kill your own brother, but you in the gang shit.
What?
Drove a drop through the block. It got her excited. Talking reckless on the phone. It got him indicted. You ain't talking big money, you gotta be quiet. I don't eat with hating niggas, that's not in my diet. We went from the roaches
Real
to the
name
rats.
is Darrell Muhammad. He's from New York, the Bronx to be exact. He was born there back in '79, and he's a part of the Diplomats. Alright, he signed to Koch Records and began working on his debut album For the Hell of It back in 2007. You know what I mean? Hell-Rel, like he was lyrical, but he was like gun bar, gangster rap lyrical. You feel me? Like he was that street rap lyrical. I mean, all of them was, but that was like Hell-Rel's niche for me. You know what I mean? It's crazy because Hell-Rel started building up a buzz when he got locked up. Here go the clip. He gonna tell you.
We all traveled in the same circles. I knew Cam, but he didn't know me for rapping, so I did a freestyle over one of Cam's beats that he just did a song with Beanie Siegel and Memphis Bleak, and Luca Brasi paid for him, and he went fucking nuts. He's like, yo, bring this nigga to the hell now. So he brought me to him, and I've been with the nigga ever since. Baseline, everywhere he went, he took me with him, schooled me, told me the game. But when I told him I had to go to jail, he like, what? What the fuck?
So you knew beforehand you had
I knew, but I didn't want to tell him because I'm like, damn, if I tell this nigga I gotta go turn myself in for a bit, he might not invest in me.
Oh.
You feel me?
Right.
Because it was like, alright, well, I take this nigga to the studio, do some songs with him, and then I can't promote him. So I kind of kept that secret from him until I got the songs recorded. You know what I'm saying? So once I got the songs recorded, it was like, nigga, we got some fire now, like, can't turn me down. So he was sitting in the studio one day telling me like, yeah, I'm about to do this for you, I'm about to do that for you, and I kind of felt bad, so I'm like, damn, this nigga about to go crazy hard for me and I gotta go to jail. So that's when I told him, I'm like, yo, Cam, man, got a case, I gotta go do 1 3. And he actually took it more easier than what I thought he was. He's like, nah, fuck that, nigga, go do that time. When you come home, I'm gonna build you up and I'm gonna make you a star. And promise fulfilled.
Damn.
Feel me? So he could have curved me, he could have said, this nigga going to jail, took me off all the songs, found a new nigga, didn't have to include me, he kept his word, he kept me hot while I was in jail. And when I came home, he came and got me from Clinton like a real man.
Now next up we got 40
Sucker
Cal.
from state will later make the night feel bloody. The place I black out like mama spent the light bill money. Signed and sealed. Get it mean I write real ugly. I sold fake pills. I really had a NyQuil junkie. Funny, I was fresh, y'all. Street to the rec yard. Still doing Dipsets. Trying to keep my reps hard. Newspaper under my clothes. A fake chest guard. So just like Kev, I had a bootleg
Born
Kev.
Calvin Allen Bird in 81 back in Harlem, New York as well. 40 Cal made his first appearance on the self-titled theme song 40 Cal for the Dipset album Diplomatic Immunity 2. He also took part in the MTV2's Fight Club battles back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember those. Let me know in the comments y'all favorite 40 Cal battle. I know he had a few on there. Y'all remember that? Like really, do y'all really remember Fight Club? That's really a classic right there. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, Killa noticed him on that Fight Club battle. He noticed 40 Cal on MTV's Fight Club, and that's how he linked up with him and initially, you know, linked him into the Diplomat squad. My favorite mixtape from 40 is hands down as the Broken Safe. Mr. Broken Safe, that mixtape right there went hard. You know what I mean? Also let me know in the comments what y'all feel about that. If y'all heard that, that's really a street classic right there from 40, that Broken Safety. Even Broken Safety 2 is cool, but Broken Safety 1, that's the classic right there. The Diplomats are a great rap group. They have a unique style that's both very popular and underground. They're very talented. The lyrics are both funny, witty, gritty, and very gun bars. Real gangster, you feel me? If you like rap music, then you should definitely check them out if you already haven't. But if you already
You see what you did to hip hop? Just take responsibility. Take responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions.
Love him or hate him, there's no denying that 50 Cent is one of the most successful rappers of all time. In this video, we'll take a look at the life of this controversial figure, from his humble beginnings to his current status as rap mogul. 50 Cent was born in South Jamaica, Queens, New York in 1975. He was raised in a single-parent household by his mother, who worked as a drug dealer. From a young age, 50 Cent was exposed to the realities of drugs and violence. He witnessed his mother's murder when he was just 8 years old, in an event that'll shape the rest of his life. After dropping out of high school, 50 Cent began selling drugs himself. It wasn't long before 50 Cent's drug dealing caught up with him, and he was arrested for possession of cocaine. He was sentenced to 3 to 9 years in prison, but was released after serving just 6 months. It was during this time that 50 Cent began to focus on his rap career. He released his first album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', in 2003. The album was an instant success, selling over 10 million copies. Since then, 50 Cent has released 5 more albums, each one more successful than the last. 50 Cent's success was not without struggle though. In 2000, he was shot 9 times in an attempted murder. Miraculously, he survived and made a full recovery. He's used this publicity from the attack to further boost his career. 50 Cent has come a long way from his humble beginnings. He's one of the most successful rappers of all time, with a net worth of over 100 million. In addition to his musical career, 50 Cent is also an accomplished businessman. He has his own clothing, headphones, and energy drink brands. He's even ventured into the world of film, appearing in multiple movies and TV shows. Power, as an example, that's a great TV show. In recent years, 50 Cent has been involved in a number of legal and financial troubles. He has been ordered to pay $5 million to a woman who claimed he posted her sex tape online without her consent. He was sued for $16 million by his former business partner, Sleep Audio. Despite these setbacks, 50 Cent still remains one of the richest and most successful rappers in the world. He has an estimated net worth of over 140 million. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that 50 Cent is one of the most successful rappers of all time. In a world where the music industry is constantly evolving, 50 Cent has managed to remain relevant for over 2 decades. His music has stood the test of time, and his business prowess is second to none. 50 Cent is a true rap legend. There's no doubt that he'll continue to be one of the most successful rappers in the world for many years to come. What do you think about 50 Cent? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe too. We all Black Rose members here. Z6 Stylish, I'm out of here. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Z6 Stylish back with another one, and today we're gonna be discussing Lloyd Banks, aka PLK.
We all die one day, but as long as I'm here, I'm gonna grab checks and make my cash stretch longer than giraffe necks.
AKA Punchline King.
Come on, my flow is insane. For you to win, you need Lucky Charms, a leprechaun, and a little flip chain. My piece caught the high of bimbo, cause it looked like the view of the city out of airplane window. All that frontin' is bad for your health, and you ain't got no yacht. You got a boat, you gotta powder yourself. Now I'm hipped about heifers, that's why I don't ride without a helmet, cause those that had your out peppers.
Make sure you like and subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy the video. Now let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all regard Lloyd Banks as one of the greatest? Is he mentioned up there with the best of MCs? Well, in this video, we're gonna get into all that and much more, so stay tuned, like your piece, and pour your drink. Let's get into it. Lloyd Banks was born back in '82. His real name is Christopher Lloyd, was raised in Queens, New York, South Jamaica to be exact. He's Puerto Rican and African American descent. His pop spent most of his life in prison, leaving his mom to raise him and his 2 other siblings by herself. He went to August Martin High School but dropped out at age 16. Now, as far as his rap name goes, what he did was he took his last name, his real last name, Lloyd, and his great-great-grandfather's name, Banks, and blended it together, thus Lloyd Banks. On September 10th, 2001, Banks would get shot twice while leaving a nightclub in South Jamaica, Queens. He was hit in the back and the stomach and even got his own self to the hospital on foot. Like, what?
Where'd you get shot? In my stomach, my back. Yeah. You got shot in the back. Yeah. It went through your stomach. Grazed a couple times. Really? Yeah. You ended up in the hospital? I had to run to the hospital.
He woke up the next morning in the hospital only to witness the tragedy of 9/11 from his hospital bed. When him and his childhood friends, 50 Cent and Tony Ayo, decided to start a rap group, that's when they formed the legendary group G-Unit. We heard Lloyd Banks on 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Tryin album on the songs Don't Push Me and the remix version of PIMP. G-Unit released the official group album Beg for Mercy in 2003, which went certified double platinum. I'm getting nostalgia just thinking about this era, yo, for real. In June 2004, Lloyd Banks would drop his solo debut album Hunger for More. This album debuted #1 on the Billboard charts with over 433,000 copies sold in the first week. Now in 2006, The Big Withdrawal was supposed to be Lloyd Banks' second album, but it got leaked by two females Lloyd Banks had a threesome with. Lloyd Banks had the CD out in the open, and I guess one of the chicks snagged it and uploaded it up into the internet. So that was a wrap. After that incident, Lloyd Banks started working on the Rotten Apple album, which sold 143,000 first week. They were considering the album to be a failure because it didn't sell as much as the album before it did. I don't know, y'all can let me know in the comments what y'all thought about this album. Lloyd Banks was dropped from the Interscope label in 2009, so he put his third album, Hunger for More 2, out under the G-Unit Records label. This album included songs Beamer, Benz, and Bentley and Start It Up. Rumor has it Interscope tried to sign Lloyd Banks back to the label after this album was released. I guess they felt like they needed some fire back. Lloyd Banks also got into it with Jadakiss, and not because he wanted to, not because Jadakiss wanted to, not because they had real problems, but because Jadakiss back in the day, he got on that I'm From New York song with Ja Rule, and 50 had a big problem with anybody who was doing anything with Ja Rule. So thus the G-Unit versus D-Block beef, the Locks, started. It was solely competition. It wasn't really no real beef. It wasn't no street problems or nothing like that. They were simply trading bars. Now, as of recently, this happened not too long ago, Rick Ross has some slick stuff to say about Lloyd Banks. Here, I'm about to let y'all check it out. Here go the clip right here.
Woo! Woo!
Banks is fresh out the gutter, 2 scoops of butter. Banks, you still got some money? Show us what you living like. If you ain't got no money, I'll give you $5 grand for the Banks name. That might be one of my alias, Dank Sinatra. Dank. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Hey, Burner, let me know if you like that Dank Sinatra. Cut the music for 1 second. We just having us some hip hop. I just, we discussing Lloyd Banks right now. One of my homies just said he never really stopped being a Lloyd Banks fan. So I said, look, I hit the blunts once. I came up with a dope title for Lloyd Banks' next LP or EP, Victim of Circumstance.
Rick Ross, funny as hell. Y'all agree with Rick Ross? Let me know in the comments, man. Banks also said he retired, which turned out to be a lie. You know what I mean? No rapper really 100% retired, and it's proof because he just recently dropped The Course of the Inevitable 2. Now, I didn't get to check that one out yet, so y'all can let me know in the comments if that joint is fire or not. Banks hasn't been the most consistent rapper over the years, which is a downfall and kind of a disappointment to his fans.
Check this out. What's up, bro? How many of y'all fuck with the cold corner? Y'all waiting on part 3, right? This what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about releasing it, and when I do, you will pay for it, and it will be pre-orders out there. And if I'm not satisfied with the number I get back, it just won't come out. It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm so frustrated with hip-hop right now.
I'm a huge fan of Lloyd Banks, but he's not my favorite, you feel me? I don't always check for when his stuff drops. But overall, I think he's an amazing rapper, and I do wish that he was up there mentioned with all the other OG rappers that, you know what I mean, was out in the mid-2000s and stuff like that. I feel like Lloyd Banks should be revered as one of those, but his consistency and his work ethic just don't match up to his talent. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Y'all can let me know in the comments how y'all feel about Lloyd Banks. Like always, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe.
What's up, yo? This is 50 Cent. This is the kid Lloyd.
Wonder himself, Lloyd Banks.
This is the Talk of New York, Tony Yayo.
G-Net! We here to talk about how it started about Groupie Love, Banks Shop Production, Banks Company. We gonna, kick it about the DVD and everything else that's going on with us. We got Daisy here, we got Lacey, we got Ronnie. It's gonna be crazy, you heard me? It's going down.
I love you, why you should go get it.
I'm very big in the rap community. All the rappers love me.
You're very popular.
I love interviewing rappers. I love 50 Cent. I love DMX. DMX is good. Mystical, I love. I love my niggas, but where's my bitches? This is great.
Jadakiss been spitting that fire for about 25 years now, and it's called Mr. Never Had a Whack Verse by many. He's on a lot of people's top 5 dead or alive lists. Dude is an animal when it comes to metaphors and especially lyricism. Getting on a song with him, you never know if his verse is gonna help your career or have you sounding bugged out on your own track. Jadakiss was born in Yonkers, New York back in '75. His real name is Jason Phillips. He's actually an only child, no brothers, no sisters.
We on my block, Woodworth. We in Yonkers, New York on Woodworth. This is the house I grew up in right here. It's my block, you know what I mean? I was down the hill, I was up the hill. This is my block though, right here.
Jadakiss began his rap career in the 90s as the member of the legendary rap trio, The Lox, which includes Jada, Styles P, and Shig Luch. All them dudes deserve their flowers, by the way. They all nice as hell. But that's something I could get into in a future video. If y'all want, just let me know in the comments. And also any other artists that's on y'all radar, just let me know. Now, Kiss and the rest of the Lox were managed by Rough Riders, but signed by Bad Boy. Jadakiss and the Lox would later leave Bad Boy Records in '99 because supposedly Diddy gave him a bad record deal.
Well, at the show backstage, you said find out what it was.
But don't sit here and portray like Puff took nothing from y'all.
What is it? What is it? What do you call it?
If it's 10 years and
what do you call it? And don't say we can come to your office or do none of that, because we can't do none of that. We can't handle it no other way but with lawyers, and you know that, so don't get on the radio and act like a tough guy or none of that.
Jadakiss would start his solo career in 2001 with his debut album, Kiss the Game Goodbye, which was released under Rough Riders / Interscope. That album went gold and sold like 200,000 copies in the first week. Now, despite commercial success, critics was trying to bash the album. They were saying it was repetitive and uninspired. I don't know, I thought it was fire. Y'all can let me know in the comments if y'all heard that album before, you know what I mean? Y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that. Be sure to like and subscribe too while you at it. We all Black Rose members here. Jadakiss followed this album with another album, Kiss of Death, which was released in 2004. This album had that song Why on it that was featuring Anthony Hamilton. That was produced actually by Havoc of Mobb Deep, you know what I mean? The legendary Mobb Deep. Now, Why remains Jadakiss's biggest hit today, peaking at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. His most recent album, Ignatius, was released on March 6, 2020, which was supposed to be released in February 2020, but he delayed it due to the passing, the tragic loss of rapper Pop Smoke. Kiss even went at it with 50, because 50 was mad at Kiss and Fat Joe for getting on the song with Ja Rule. Y'all know that song, I'm from New York, I got 100, yeah, that one. So 50 was upset with that, and I think that was a big mistake on 50's behalf coming at Jada. Jadakiss ate his food, man.
Yeah, you got a felony, but you ain't a predicate. Never the king in New York, you live in Connecticut. You don't be in the hood, you be in the woods. Fucking with me, so we really gon' be for good. I hold a 4-5 myself and hop out the range on 145 myself. This is the true fact. Since when has it become cool to get shot and not shoot back?
He ate his food. Who y'all think won that battle? Jada or 50? Let me know in the comments. Now, it was one beef, one battle I didn't think Jadakiss won, and that was against Philly rapper Beanie Siegel.
We get back what you owe, puff and double your that, double that, quadruple the threat. Now look what you made me do. Brains blue, my team on the Marine Blue, 6 scoop, skeet it out, heat it out, weed it out, haze and hydro on our way to YO.
I don't know. I don't feel like Kiss won. I don't feel like Beans won. That was a hard one.
I think that motherfucker Beans. I think Beans washed Kiss, bro. I'm gonna be straight up. I really think Beans
washed Kish, yo. Kish could have came harder than that.
Beans did his thing on that track. I think I even had it as my ringtone back in the day on my Boost Mobile. Let me know what y'all think. Today, Jadakiss has his own label, So Raspy, featuring artist Millies. Jadakiss even opened up a juice bar in Yonkers, New York with his fellow Locks member Styles P. Jadakiss is a certified beast of the MC and really never had a whack verse. He's respected by many in the rap industry and is still going strong today. Y'all feel Jadakiss should be in the Hall of Fame? You know what I mean? The Rap Hall of Fame? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'm out of here.